We have fancy red carpet events for athletes, actors, and musicians, but now it's time to shine light on our amazing school counselors. This week is National School Counseling Week, which highlights the tremendous school counselors across the nation who wake up every day assisting students through their development. The National School Counseling Week is always celebrated the first full week in February and hosted by the American School Counselor Association to give public attention to the unique contributions school counselors have on the education system and how students are different as a result to their commitment to their profession. With nearly 40,000 members representing nearly 110,000 school counselors who impact 51 million students nationwide, ASCA provides professional development, publications, resources, research, and advocacy to school counselors. During this week, ASCA also awards one high-achieving counselor as the Nation's School Counselor of the Year, which is the highest honor and privilege a counselor can receive in their profession. This year, there was a ton of competition. I sat down with Jill Cook, the Executive Director of ASCA, to learn about this week's events and the history of the National School Counselor of the Year Award.
Hello, my name is Jill Cook, and I am the Executive Director of the American School Counselor Association. ASCA is here to support school counselors' work. The work they do with students is around their academic development, their career development, and their social emotional development. The National School Counselor of the Year program started in 2008. Now, prior to that, we did have awards that we gave to school counselors at ASCA to recognize excellent work. But we had for some time wanted to emulate the National Teacher of the Year program and the National Principal of the Year program. So we worked closely with both those organizations to learn everything we could learn. And we started the National School Counselor of the Year. Where we are in its current state today is a little different than where we started. Today, all of our state associations send to ASCA their state school counselor of the year. And then we have a committee of professionals and folks from other organizations, other educational organizations. They select our finalists, and through interview process, ultimately our winner. In 2014 at our annual conference in Orlando, Florida, we had a very special speaker in the form of Mrs. Obama, who made an announcement during her speech saying she was going to recognize the National School Counselor of the Year at the White House. So we had the great pleasure of being at the White House for 3 years, where our incredible school counselors were recognized by Mrs. Obama. We had an event at the Kennedy Center that she came to, and the year following that, we had the pleasure of Dr. Jill Biden speaking to us at the National Press Club. To that end, we're so grateful that those who have a very loud megaphone understand the importance that school counselors play in the lives of students. It gives us a lot of opportunities to talk about the profession.
Michelle Obama accelerated the conversation around school counselors and the importance of their role. But 2020, it surely made us feel the need of their work and effort. School counselors are some of the most degreed and highly educated professionals in our district who are certified individuals to help students succeed, not just academically, but emotionally.
The role of the school counselor, honestly, is more important now than ever. We're seeing the social and emotional needs of our students are just heightened. There is this collective shared trauma of the pandemic that we've dealt with. There is the collective and shared trauma of civil unrest that we've been at least witness to, and some people have lived it. That is a lot. So school counselors, as well as all educators, are working so hard to make sure that all students' social and emotional needs are met, because quite frankly, academic learning can't happen if that is not taken care of. The importance of having these individuals in schools is critical. And based on conversations we hear folks having, I think that's more understood than it ever has been. Students have a lot of needs, and school counselors are really just right there in the heart of being able to provide that and to help coordinate that effort in a school building.
The winner of the 2021 National School Counselor of the Year is Olivia Carter, Olivia is a school counselor at Jefferson Elementary School in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and she was recognized and highlighted by her trauma-informed practices that she implemented in her school, which includes building a trauma team of educators to support students more proactively and intentional. Olivia will be sharing her full story during her keynote address on Thursday evening at the School Counselor of the Year Gala.
New School Counselor of the Year, Olivia Carter. Her town has just gone all out. When she was named a finalist, they had a billboard of her up in her town. They did a parade for her. They did this beautiful surprise announcement. It's been lovely to see in Olivia's community and all the communities how special this is for them as well, because it is a reflection of them as a community and how education is important and how school counselors support their kiddos.
What inspires me about this year's group of finalists is how they were able to adapt to the changing landscape of school. In a normal school year, school counselors already have to figure out how to do their work during a short school day. Now with students remote and not walking through their halls or having lunch in the cafeteria, it's become even a greater challenge. What you see throughout this week is how several of the state winners found ways to connect, from YouTube videos, taking on virtual classrooms, and hosting webinars for families. ASCA, as well as the lead association for the profession, led by example by taking their in-person exclusive School Counselor of the Year Gala and now hosted it online for the world to attend.
We have this beautiful gala on Thursday evening. Typically in past years, every year that we've had this event, we've had an in-person gala at Union Station in Washington, D.C. If you've never been to Washington, it's just a lovely historic venue, and planning that event is one of my most favorite things that we get to do as a staff. We made it just as special as we possibly could. With it being virtual, we sent some goodie bags and boxes out to our state winners with some ways they can celebrate before, during, or after the gala. We just want them to know how special they are and how important they are and how important all school counselors are in the lives of students.
There are several opportunities this week to get involved and advocate for your school counselors, including a series of webinars based on research from just released ASCA State of the Profession 2020 study. To get to know Olivia Carter and the other amazing finalists, you can also check out the School Counselor podcast. To highlight your own local school counselors this week, go participate in the daily photo challenges. The 2021 School Counselor of the Year Gala, which when in person is limited seating, this year will be live streamed on Facebook on Thursday, February 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and features several exciting guests, so make sure you don't miss the event. Thank you for watching This Week in Education. To learn more about National School Counseling Week, go to schoolcounselors.org. In the meantime, keep changing the world.